Hey, this is Grandpa Brian again. In this video, I will show in an abbreviated way how to install Rubicon Express front control arm drop bracket kit, also known as a steering geometry correction kit. There are videos online about this, and some of them are very long, and some of them are kind of hard to follow. Hopefully this one will be easy enough. You can see in the background here, this is my hobby workbench. I've got a variety of paints. I got inks for my tattoo equipment, some balloons from my grandson's birthday party. Someday we'll see some more of this in other videos. On the installation of this Rubicon Express upper and lower control arm mounting brackets, we need to make a measurement from the frame to the top of the spring seat, and this will tell us what hole we need to put over here for our upper control arm. So we're going to measure that now. Bottom of the frame to the top of that spring seat. Six?
Yep.
Okay. So we have our new bolts. This is an inner frame piece. This slot right here is for a portion of the frame that sticks out. You'll straddle that, and then this is for our upper control arm, and our lower control arm will mount here. This is the stock control arm mounting hole, and that's a stock control arm mounting hole. So you can see this is going to drop them quite a ways. Should bring our geometry back into place. These are the bushings that keep the plates from crushing inward when we start torquing them down. So that's the other inside. And this is further inside. This one does not go against the frame rail, doesn't have the slot. And that's what came in the box. Alright, instructions say driver's side is a 4161 outer and 4162 inner. So we gotta find the numbers. I don't think that's it. That's maybe that's a 4063. So there's a 61. That's a 64. And there's 62. So those are the pairs. And now let's see. Working on one side of the vehicle at a time, remove the original equipment upper and lower control arm bolts at the frame end. Save the hardware for reinstallation. Depending on the build of your vehicle, you may need to pry the exhaust out of the way in order to remove and install the passenger side upper control arm. I see a lot of people cut that off rather than try and bend or pry on their exhaust pipe. Well, we don't have an extra bolt, so we're going to be prying on the exhaust pipe. So now we need to assemble these. You can really see the difference between the one side and the other for the angle on the control arms. So I got disassemble this real quick. Just gotta take these two bolts, carriage bolt. We'll actually tighten these down as like the last bolts we tighten. This just holds it all together while we're assembling it. They're carriage bolts because you're not going to be able to get a wrench in there when the control arm is in there. So there's the assembly. It's going to go just like this. I'm going to get this tire off first. So all we did on the other side is we just disconnected the frame end, which is this, and you can see it hanging down over there. You can see the angle difference. We did not even loosen up the front, so we didn't have to retighten them. There's enough slop in it just from all the flexing I do, I guess, when I'm off-roading. But so next step is we take these bolts out. You already started loosening the heat shield?
I did.
Okay. Which of positive passes away? The heat shield will not go back in. So what are we doing for the top? We're just tearing this thing out?
Yeah. It wasn't easy.
I got it. There we go. You just tear it out. You're not putting it back. All that was there is to protect the bushing on the upper control arm, which is going to be down here, so it doesn't need the shield anymore.
Did you get it?
That thing's hard to get to. What's that? I got it. Yeah, it's right there. So now we're just going to pull the upper control arm off. Remember what those were? I'm sure this is way too big.
Yeah. What can you get on it? Can you get the big one?
No. Not enough room for that. Ratchet them? This bolt has a flag nut on it, so you don't need to secure the other end. So we'll just pull this out. Reading glasses are pulling my hair.
Oh, you didn't quite get it?
No. socket fell off. Okay, so now that's pretty much just threaded out.
We never put a jack stand on this side.
Yeah, we better do that. Safety second.
I thought we should better.
What's second? We forgot the jack stand, so playing it safe, put it in there.
Ow! Now we got something in there.
Yeah. Safety third. Now where's the ratchet? Enough tension on it that it won't pull out. So I'm just trying to back it out. Should pop free any moment. Or any moment. We almost there. Getting there. Any moment. This goes just like this. Okay. Alright, so we need a bolt to go through the top. We're going to put this spacer up inside the frame there. Between the frame and the bracket. Somehow. That's got to go in. Spacer. Maybe I should put the bottom one in before we fuck with that washer and nut. I mean, where's the bottom bolt? Yeah, it's right behind you. You just slide it in to help keep this thing aligned.
Yeah.
Set that there for now. Okay. Feels like it's grabbing. It's tightening down. Okay, so snug that down. We'll torque them after we get them all snug. After we get everything installed, and then the weight back on them. So we need that big spacer here. There we go. That's it. 4 inches. So now the axle has to come back to line both these up. Are you gonna try the ratchet strap again then, or?
No, I think this.
We need that big zinc washer too. That's too far.
The big what?
Go forward some more. The big zinc washer.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. It's not big enough. Need a bigger wrench or a socket on a ratchet.
Well, I got it good enough till we go to 30. Okay, it's gonna be a lot.
Can you sign it for me? Put the chain on it for me. These ones are 125. Maybe let him slip this wrench a little bit.
I think we're there.
You gotta do the one above it.
This is too small.
Just one. Okay.
Might be easier to do on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you on it? Yeah, we're going up for these.
Yeah.
So, I guess this.
The bottom one.
What were these? 75?
What's that?
How close?
You're there.
Okay.
Okay, so I was in a bit of a hurry when we finished up the job. You can see Weather was pretty terrible. I've been out of town for about 4 days now, and I forgot to tighten down those two bolts. So I'm gonna do that right now before I lose those nuts. Had the wrong wrench at first. It's 14 millimeter. They didn't give any torque specs on these, so just going as tight as I can. That shouldn't overdo it. A short little wrench like this. There. Should be done. So this project was about 2 hours to do the install, both sides, including trying to locate tools. It was relatively easy, and it was one of the best things that I've done with the Jeep so far. It makes it so that it's planted to the ground. It doesn't feel flighty anymore. It doesn't dart from side to side on the highway, depending on the grooves left by the semi-trucks and that. And it's much smoother going over potholes now, too, and speed bumps. It made a huge difference in how it handles, and I highly recommend this to anybody that's got a lifted JK and it's feeling a little flighty and like it doesn't want to go straight down the highway without a great deal of effort trying to keep it straight. This made it feel like it did before I lifted it and put big tires on it, and so I feel like this is a very good investment in the Jeep, because it's fun to drive now. Anyways, that was this video. Hope you enjoyed it.